Hey, hello, church. This is Pastor Dustin coming to you. It seems like since March we've been having COVID-19 updates to the church and just trying to stay fluid, trying to stay flexible, trying to monitor things and stay up to date on what's happening around us. And so this is another brief update that I want to bring to you and share about change that's coming at us as a church. This was a unanimous change that was made by church leadership. And I'll tell you what the change is, and then I'd like to talk to you a little bit about why we made the change. We have previously been saying that masks are required to be at worship services on Sunday morning. We want to err on the side of safety. We wanted to make sure we're doing all that we can to mediate the risks, but we understand there's nothing we can do that will take away all the risk. And so as we debated and talked about these things, we recognized that some people are unable to come to church because of the mask policy. There's people that have medical purposes and reasons that they can't wear masks. There's other situations and conditions that people cannot wear masks, and we're really cutting them off from attending a service where they feel like they should be wearing a mask in attendance. So we decided to shift and say, first service, we're going to stick with our mask requirement. We're going to ask everyone that comes to first service to wear a mask, and we're going to change second service to say that masks are optional. So people that are unable to wear a mask, this is a service for you to come and attend. We will continue to temp screen every person that comes through our door. We will continue to encourage the use of hand sanitizer. We will continue to social distance. And in fact, this week we did spread our chairs out even more in the auditorium so that people are well over 6 feet away from everyone. And we're going to continue to do everything we can to gather in a safe way. However, this change will give people flexibility and freedom to pick which service you're most comfortable in. We understand the building is cleaned on Saturday night by our janitors, and no one is in here until Sunday morning. So if you choose to come to first service, you're coming to a service where people have masks on, and you're coming into a room that is as germ-free as possible at a time like this. If you choose to come to second service, you're choosing to come to a service where masks are optional, so you recognize and accept the risk that people will be there without masks, and there's a chance and a risk of germ spread happening in an increased level. So if you're comfortable with that, and that's something you're willing to accept, the second service is an option for you to come to, and understanding what the environment's going to look like at that point. Grace Kids is going to continue to ask volunteers to either wear a mask or a face shield during both first and second service. And we're asking kids kindergarten and up to continue to wear a mask in first service, but second service masks are optional for kids. It's a parent's choice as to whether your student would like to wear a mask or not. So these changes are creating greater flexibility, greater choice for families, and we want to create a space for people to be able to come into community. Is there a risk of COVID in gathering in a public place? Yes. No matter where you go, there is a risk. There is a possibility of infection happening. But we're letting people choose which level of risk they're comfortable with and which service they would like to choose to worship at. I believe there's an even greater risk of people dropping away from church and not gathering together in community. And there's a danger in falling away from the encouragement, the togetherness, the community aspect that happens when believers gather. And so I want to encourage you as a family to evaluate this new information, pick a service that best fits, and then make a commitment to continue to come and to worship at church. Now, of course, there is a third option for people that cannot come no matter what. Their health risk is too great, or they're unable to travel, or there are various aspects. We will continue to live stream our services for people to be able to worship online without having to come to the building. So between option number 1, a mask required service, option number 2, a mask optional service, or option 3, online streaming service, we believe as your spiritual leaders at a church that being in community is very important, and being in community matters. Attending church is important. Your kids need this. You need this. Your marriage needs this. Come and gather together with others to be encouraged, to be sharpened, to be poured into with God's Word, and continue to make church a place that happens regularly within your family through any of those three options. But we wanted to update you with this change. change. Again, all COVID changes are flexible. We don't know how long or in what way things will change in the future. So between now and our next update, this is our new model moving forward starting this Sunday, August 23rd. Thanks for watching this, and please let me know if you have questions, if you have thoughts. Please reach out to any of the church leaders or to myself and let us know how we can best talk through your situation, your condition, and how we can make sure community is happening for you here at YGBC.